G'day folks, just out in the bush, and I've just come across a very rare and very dangerous Australian species. If you look up just up in the tree just behind me here, there's actually a drop bear, or otherwise known as Koalarus dropsiloticus. Now this guy, they're normally a lot higher up in the trees. This one, I just actually caught him going in between two taller trees, and he skirted up this one to try to get up above me, but the tree wasn't tall enough and he wasn't able to get up above me, so he's just sort of sitting there now. So for you people from overseas who don't know what a drop bear is, a drop bear or Koalarus dropsiloticus is the scientific name for them. They're actually a larger, meaner version of a koala. This one's only a young one. He's still got a bit of growing to do yet. They'll get a little bit bigger than this, but they're actually like a carnivorous version of a koala. And when you kind of come out to Australia, you've really got to watch out for them. You've got to watch out for them because they can be very, very dangerous. What they do and where they get their name from, it's mainly during breeding season. What happens is during breeding season, if you come too close to the tree that they're breeding in, the male will give you a warning call. It's sort of a rant sort of noise. Oh shit, I realised I just gave that warning call when I was right next. It didn't seem to affect him. I have to be careful here. I'm in the strike zone here, folks. So I've got to. That's why I keep looking over my shoulder, just making sure I know what he's doing. But he seems to be pretty chill. So as I was saying, the male, he'll give you that warning call. It sort of like sounds like a cat being strangled. I'm not going to do it again. If you don't heed that call and you don't get out from underneath that tree, they'll actually drop down out of the tree. And they'll land on you, normally landing on either your head or your shoulder, and they'll attack you. Now, there was a lady up in north coast of New South Wales a couple of weeks ago who got attacked by a drop bear. She ended up getting 36 stitches down her ear, where it actually nearly ripped her ear clean off her head. So you do have to watch out from. But it's mainly only during breeding season, okay? Breeding season is the only time you have to watch out from, which happens to be now, okay? So, yeah, watch out from. Now, back in the old days, they used to have a big problem with drop bears back when they were doing the logging and they're logging the forest. And that's one of the main reasons why they're so rare nowadays, is because of habitat destruction. You know, we've logged down, cut down a lot of their habitat, a lot of their forest. So they've become quite rare. But back in the old days, they were quite common. And the loggers had a big problem with them. So what they realised, if they got this yeast extract and they put this yeast extract behind their ears, if the drop bear actually dropped down out of the tree and landed on them, it would smell the yeast extract. It doesn't like the yeast extract smell, and they would jump off and they wouldn't attack. So they used to use yeast extract as drop bear repellent. Then, you know, the loggers being out in the bush, not having a lot to eat, they realised if they put that yeast extract on their damper in the morning, gave their damper a bit of flavour and they could eat it, eventually someone mass-produced it and marketed it and called it Vegemite. Okay, and that's where Vegemite first came from. It was first originally used as drop bear repellent, and we've turned it into a breakfast spread for a modern day consumption. Okay, so if you're out in the bush, if you're walking out in the bush, what I recommend is make sure you take some Vegemite. Just put a little smear of Vegemite behind your ears. That way, if a drop bear does attack, you're gonna be fine. The repellent will be there. Normally you notice I'm not wearing my hat today, and that's why I'm even more nervous than normal, because normally I have my Akubra hat, and that sort of protects me. That wide brim protects me from the drop bears falling down and attacking. So when you come to Australia, just watch out for them. Okay, drop bears, Koalarus dropsiloticus, pretty nasty thing. Ask any Aussie, they'll tell you.